10-4. We're live now. What's up, everybody? Matt Holt, and this is
Boopy,
and he will be doing some co-hosting with me. Betsy is out, and we're taking off already. Betsy's out doing some commentating out there for the crowd. We have another round of Formula Off-Road coming up to you now. And we are, this is the third or fourth race?
This third is Aussie.
Okay.
Aussie, he's new, started this year.
Yes, it's the bomb buggy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, he's parked.
So this is the bomb buggy. He helped with a couple other crews years before.
Yeah, he's been in the service team for the Sledgehammer.
Oh, Sledgehammer team.
Yeah.
Yep.
For a few years, and before that, he's been around for a while.
Okay.
And then finally built his own car
own car now.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good times. And what engine is he running?
His engine is LQ4.
LQ4, an LS engine like we run here.
Yeah, with a turbocharger.
Turbocharger, of course.
And he's not boosting so much, but I guess it's around 800 or 900 horsepower.
Okay, 800 or 900 horsepower, which is obviously a lot. We're super excited to have you guys here, and we're kind of answering some questions as the day goes on. We'll try to get some of your questions. Let's go. Looks like everybody's tuning in now. Make sure you guys post up where you're from. And if you post up where you're from, we'll give you guys a shout out. It's kind of cool to see all the different countries watching, which was kind of cool yesterday. So that's exciting. Right now, for you guys just tuning in, we're doing a recovery up. The bomb car had rolled over on the course. We just started the third race of the day. So we did 2 courses this morning early. The second was timed, and the bomb was the fastest of that day. It was 16.97. So he got the bonus points from the second course. So we're on the third course now. So that's pretty cool. We have. Are we going to run 2 courses now or 3?
No, we're going to run 3 courses now, and then we're going to take the water skimming tonight.
Tonight, the water skimming, and that's this.
Yeah.
The 6th course is the water. We'll write that down. This is the water. Okay. There we go.
And then we're going to try to go for a world record.
World record. Okay. World record
put
tonight.
Anything in there?
Yeah. That'll be a good time. Looks we have Fargo, North Dakota, Rose Hill, Kansas, Missouri. Yesterday when me and Betsy were here, everybody was posting their countries, and it was crazy to see how many different countries were actually watching the live feed.
Yeah, we are watching that through the years. It's people all over the world watching on what we are doing, and that's quite interesting.
It is, and we're so thankful to have you guys back here in the U.S. doing some racing too. So. Well, we even got one of our own rock bouncers joining you guys today. So
yeah, we love to be here, and we're going to be here next year as well.
That's awesome. We're hoping to. We're talking to Clyde about maybe making a gap in our schedule to where some of the rock bouncer guys can come on and race with you in your race schedule in May or June.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be. It would be an honor for us to come over there too as well to have come over and bring the buggies over and. Kind of do the Iceland thing. That'd be kind of fun, and see the sights. Clyde came over recently, and he got to see some glaciers, and they got to go to the Blue Lagoon and do some sightseeing. And I heard you were part of that.
Yeah, I drove him around. We took a little sightseeing tour, just around the island.
Yeah, just around the island. Yeah.
A little over 100 miles. It's nothing.
That's not bad.
1,000 miles. Sorry.
Yeah. He said he had a really good time. He was doing some Facebook Live, so some of us got to watch you guys out doing stuff. So it looked like you guys have a lot of off-road vehicles there too.
Yeah, well, at least we had a lot of fun.
Yeah. It was a pretty good time. Lima, Peru, South America, from Iceland. That's cool.
Okay. Hello. Welcome in.
Lexington, Tennessee, from there's Canada. Eric McPherson. Arkansas. That's pretty cool. Thanks everybody for tuning in. It's pretty awesome to watch some of the live action here. It's a pretty good time. they're up there doing now. They're getting the excavator over to get the bomb flipped back upright to get him figured out. He was the first guy to go on the third course of the day. So it's these guys definitely put a lot of energy into their cars, and it's pretty exciting to watch them.
Yeah, well, I'll say it's always fun to watch. You know, he's a funny guy as well.
Yeah, I got to go to dinner with him and some of his crew last night at the Italian restaurant.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. We were good guys. It was a lot of fun.
He definitely does not take life too seriously.
Yes,
and
he doesn't.
He's always smiling.
Yes,
and making fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was a very good time.
I really like that guy.
Yeah, everybody seemed very laid back, and I said the one thing that makes me so happy is I see if somebody breaks and he'll pull in the pit, all the race teams go to help him.
Yeah, you know, that's something we have heard a lot about. The thing is, we are taking the race in the hill, and if someone breaks down, we loan parts, we help out, and we do everything to get the car, even if it is a computer, and we are competing about the first place.
Yeah. That's so neat to see. You know, people helping each other. You know. It's definitely so cool to see. So, and we're kind of that same way in the Southern Racing Series. We try to help each other. Some of the different guys take stuff. I blew up my motor after I rolled yesterday, and Bobby Tanner, who runs the Screaming Blue buggy, we took my rear end out and put it in his rear end so we could get him fixed and get him going again. So that was pretty cool.
That makes fun. I think it's one of the beauty with it. You know, if everybody's helping, everybody's friends, it's better party afterwards.
Oh, I think so. Yeah. What's up, Betsy? He's over there. Bessie's out there doing some announcing for us, so it's kind of nice. People who speak Icelandic and English, so they can broadcast in Icelandic and talk to both teams, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, Bessie is actually, I think he's on almost every race in Iceland, so he knows he knows everybody quite well.
He was helping me keep track of the buggies and who's what driver and what buggies' names were each one.
Yeah.
He said that the Thor buggy last year was the Mountain Dew buggy, which I had to laugh at because I said everybody in America knows the Mountain Dew buggy. You know, it's very that's something pretty common to us. The same thing for the KFC buggy.
Yeah.
And
the thing is, you know, what Bessie is doing now, he's telling everybody Aussie is single and he's looking for a wife.
Okay.
He's been doing that for years.
Yeah.
And even if Bessie is announcing that all the time, he doesn't get that.
Yeah.
He's a nice farmer boy, you know.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We had a lot of fun this morning and yesterday. Being, we were laughing. People from Iceland were commenting on our hairstyles, so it was funny. It was a good time.
Actually, I think it's close to 300 Icelandic people which are coming with the cars on.
300 people Iceland came over. That's incredible. That is awesome.
So,
looks like Waco, Texas. We got some Iceland people here. That's I'm not.
Yeah, Binny. He's working on the television. He's probably filming this.
Yep, Binder. Yeah. I think he was
He was supposed to be here, but he was he took it out.
Yeah. Yeah. Texas or Kentucky in the house. William Martin. Northern Ireland. Yeah. Yeah, Northern Ireland. Zach Garner's on there. Sam Carter's on there, so that's pretty good. Yeah, we were. I was letting Bessie read the Icelandic text yesterday.
Okay. Did we get any text on Icelandic? No.
Yeah, like some of the other ones are like every once in a while you'll see Iceland pop up.
Yeah, Ben is usually too ashamed to write something, you know.
It's super awesome to see the Formula Offroad guys here. Northern Alberta, Canada, Omaha, Alabama. So it's super awesome to see those guys here. Yeah. We were talking about yesterday how hot it was here. Now I've seen all the Iceland guys with no shirts on.
Yeah.
He said it started snowing the day you guys left.
Yeah, that's true. You know, now it's raining and cold and not interesting weather. But I'm not sure we are gonna you know, it's really hot.
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
So
I asked, there was 4 or 5 Iceland guys on the same team walked by with no shirts on, and the driver had his vest, his suit open, there was no shirt on. Yeah. I said, are shirts very expensive in Iceland?
Well, we are not made for that.
Yeah. It's super, super warm here. Obviously, the humidity is very high, so you can almost wring out your shirt at some points if you're in the sun. So he was saying it was a little different shell shock coming from super cold to super warm. So. And you guys are going to freeze when you go back. Used to be around this heat.
Yeah, well, that will cool us down. Then we get it, then we get cool again.
Yeah. We were laughing, saying how hot we were, and some of the people from Iceland saying they were at home sipping a nice cold drink on the couch, watching TV. So we were kind of laughing.
It's going up in the hill, Yeah, they got the mask in there, so it's happening. It's on the wheel again.
Up there trying to do a recovery. Bob, the park owner, is driving the excavator, trying to get him flipped back to run all his tires. It's the 30s in North Dakota. Yeah, it's pretty warm here. It's probably, I'm going to say, high 80s with, it feels like 100% humidity. It's pretty warm. California, Alabama, Argentina, that's pretty cool. Pretty crazy. But it's pretty awesome. Glad to see everybody tuning in. Alabama. So once we get the bomb race car flip back over, we'll get some racing back underway. And again, this is our 3rd race of the day for the Formula Off-Road guys. And
you called race, we called track. One race with 6 tracks.
Yeah. You have 3 races now we're doing. Do you know which one of these is timed?
None of those 3 is going to be
None
timed.
of the 3 times, okay. No. So these are just for points?
Just for points, yeah.
Okay.
That means, we can keep the hills a little bit steeper and more challenging.
Just going to smooch in here.
Bessie?
I'm good.
How we doing?
Just going to get the starting line. And there we go.
Okay.
I got it digital.
There we go. Keep the order straight, right?
Yep.
What's up, Norway? Glad to see you guys tuning in.
Now they're finally taking the car out.
That's not going to work. Sorry, guys. Maybe I screwed up intentionally just to be on.
Oh, be on TV, huh?
Just to be on TV.
Trying to show some love to the Iceland crews, huh? Yeah.
See that? A lot of love.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Is that an Iceland thing, or is that?
A lot of love.
Yeah, a lot of love.
You're gonna get to know that when you come back home.
Yeah. Come back with you guys. Yeah. It's a good time. Hey, we're excited about it.
I know you are.
So.
Why wouldn't you be?
I know, right? So, looks like they're getting the bomb car removed, trying to get it off the track. I'm trying to get him out of the way so we can continue racing.
And we can keep up with the action.
So, what's up, Brandon Willison? What's up, Jeremy Piles? Zach Gardner, Sam Carter. Gilbert Hollingsworth. Shout out to Hollingsworth Off-Road. Those guys make chassis and cages for some of our side-by-side racers.
Okay.
So they do pretty good. How does the scoring work for points for the Formula Off-Road? Maybe you could explain that?
Well, the scoring is if you drive the complete track, you get 350 points.
Okay, so if you go through all the gates and go out the top, you get 350, okay?
Yeah, get away from the track as well. You get 300 on the top and then 50 for getting away.
Okay, 300 to get to the top and 50 if you drive away.
Yeah. Then you get 20 for touching the markers.
20, it's 20 point reduction?
Reduction.
Okay, minus points, 20 points, okay. So for each marker you touch, negative 20.
Yeah, and if you touch it with 2 wheels, you get negative 40.
Ooh.
If you get 2 wheels or 1 or 2 wheels outside, you get minus 60.
Okay.
And if you only touch the markers with 1 and the complete car is outside, then you get minus 100.
Minus 100. So if 3 of the tires are outside and you only hook 1 tire, you get minus
100.
Minus 100. So missing that could be a big deal.
Yeah, that is, it's always we always try to calculate how much we can gain out of the track.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you're stopping in the track, you get -10. If you are if you back and start again, you get -40.
So if you stop, it's -10.
Yeah.
And if you back up, it's -40.
And you only are allowed to back one length of a car.
So you can only back up one length of a car. More than you're done?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah.
Because the beauty with Formula Offroad is you got one go. You know, you got one chance, and you have to use it. Either you win or you lose.
Man, that's tough. It was crazy to see how the leader was changing so rapidly. Yesterday, every time we raced the course, the leader changed or the order changed.
It's when the tracks get really tough.
Yeah,
it's almost nothing which can, you don't have any room for failure.
Oh no, zero.
Like Atli was winning it yesterday. He made a small failure in track number 5, and he was out.
Man, that's rough. Yeah, we're allowed to back up as many times as you want, as far as you want. We can roll over and keep going as long as you land on your tires. Yeah. So our rules are a little different, but I think yours is a little more technical. I mean, you have to be very precision with what you do.
In a way, yes. But to do what you do, you have a killer switch in the car.
Yes.
We don't have that.
Okay.
And but we have discussed that many times. Should we or should we not?
Yeah.
But like I said, if you look at the Formula Offroad, the thing is, you have got one chance and you have to use that chance.
Oh yeah.
So if you roll, then you have another chance. So that's not Formula Offroad.
Yeah.
We are going back to rock racing, which is a beautiful sport as well.
Thank you. Yeah, it's so crazy that I think horsepower is a universal language. Like, it doesn't matter what kind of car you're in. When you hear that big motor roar, I think everyone can kind of respect that. No matter what sport you're in.
That's true. Being here, smell, the noise.
Yeah.
The click when you break something and everything.
Yeah. And that hurts everybody's feelings. The driver, us watching it. You always hate to hear that sound, no matter which sport you're watching. So,
click.
Yeah.
Some wheels are not turning anymore.
Yeah. We've had that a couple times this morning on the cable hill. Several guys broke an axle on one side or the other, or a tire. So we'll see if we can't. Now we have a little intermission for our guys. They're back there hammering to get everything put back together, kind of like you guys do. So trying to get everything fixed with that. So
it's. And there's also another thing, we think you are crazy,
We say the same thing about you guys. Yeah. You guys are crazy.
I think we are right. You're not.
We always say that you guys are crazy. To be able to go look at a hill straight up and down and go, yeah, I can drive that. I'm like, what?
But the beauty of both sports, you are playing on the edge of what is possible.
Oh yeah, I said that. I told Betsy this morning that I said when you guys skim water, like you defy physics. Mm-hmm. Like you're taking this big chunk of metal and going across water that you're supposed to be sinking. Yeah. I said you're literally defying physics by skimming across it. It's so incredible to watch that. So it's cool to actually get to see it in person. I mean, obviously a lot of people out there that don't get to see you guys watch it on YouTube and videos on the internet, and that's so cool we get to see that. But to see it in person is so much cooler, Hear the roar of the engine and see the lights as it flies by.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fantastic show tonight because it's going to be the last track, and then we're going to have two. Well, then the guys are allowed to try 2 times after that just to try to make the world record.
That is so cool.
And it's going to be firework, and it's going to be everything.
Yeah,
it's going to be wild.
We're excited for it as well. So, is this track 3? Yes, this is track 3.
Now it's very good coming.
The first 2 tracks were this morning, and we just started track 3. So, it looks like, this is the Hekla buggy coming up. Mm-hmm. And who drives this one?
Hugur drives this one.
Okay.
And he built it for last season.
Okay.
And he changed an engine, and it's a really powerful car, and he's tuning it, fine-tuning it.
Okay.
But he had a moment yesterday which was amazing, especially in track number 5. He was jumping quite high.
Yeah.
It was a lot of air.
Yeah, they were shooting out the top. I said, I can't believe. Well, we're usually just trying to get to the top, and your guys actually shoot out the top.
Well, sometimes that's the way to do it.
So it's good. He's picking his line here, coming across. Trying to get through the gates.
He makes it. Yes, he's safe. Oh, it's a tricky one there.
He's teeter-tottering on 2 wheels right now.
As you can see, there's a lot of power in his car, and he's not afraid of using it.
Yeah. Woo! Out the top. Yeah.
Woo! Listening to the crowd.
So he'll end up with 350 points minus any deductions he has.
Now he got 350 points there, and I guess I didn't see him take any penalty.
Yeah. It's incredible to watch these guys. He went through the gates, and I don't think I haven't heard on the radio anything about him getting any penalty points. So hopefully he may have gotten the full 350 with that last run. The contractor buggy. This is contractor buggy's up next.
Yeah.
Yep. And who drives the contractor buggy?
Christian Winner.
Okay.
He bought his. He bought an old car.
Yeah.
He changed the last 2 years. I think he has been using to change the car.
Okay. Make some adjustments and stuff. Yeah.
And he has a front axle which has 60 degrees to turn.
Okay, the Hekla buggy ended up with 120 points. Is what I'm hearing. He had some penalty points. We'll ask Bessie to verify that. Ooh, looks like he. Ooh.
It's steep.
That didn't sound good. He's trying to back up.
He's going. No, it's gone.
He's too far.
Yeah, he's too far now.
Okay. So that's unfortunate. He got up and got some points. He wasn't able to climb the hill, so he was still able to get some points. Bessie, how many points did the Hekla buggy get? 120 points. Okay. The Hekla buggy. Okay. The Hekla buggy went off course, so he ended up with a lot of penalty points, which put him at 120 points total for the course. So.
Yeah, when you get off the course, then we stop counting.
Ooh.
And the rules is the shortest way between the gates. And with a limit of 2 meters or what's that, 6 or 7 feet out of the course.
Ooh. So if you're 6 or 7 feet on the other side of the gate, you're out of the course.
Yeah.
And that's when they stop counting points.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's unfortunate.
Well, it's just to make it harder.
Yeah. Oh, trust me, it's very hard. It's very hard. So, and we're waiting to see now how many points the contractor buggy ended up with, or the contractor race car.
probably the contractor get somewhere. I don't know where he went out of the court, but I guess the contractor got 120 points as well.
Okay.
Or something similar.
We'll see how many points he ended up with. What's up, Brian? How you been? Daryl, what's up? I see Roland Kirkus. He's a bouncer driver as well.
Okay.
They race bouncers and side by side, so tuning in to watch some of the action. It looks like up next we have the Cube.
The Cube.
The Cube.
Maggie. He's my favorite.
Yeah, we were calling. Yesterday I was telling him about the square. I said, it's not a square. He said, it's a cube. I said, okay, the cube.
It's amazing. You know, I think it's set. I think it got 680 horsepower.
680 horsepower of a 4-cylinder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he called a big block because it's a bigger. It's not the smallest. He has two engines which he have been changing. I mean, one is 2,000 cubic or something like that, cubic centimeters.
Yeah.
The other one is 2,400 cubic centimeters or something like that.
Yeah.
And he called that a big block.
Yeah. So that's 2,000 cubic centimeters. It's like a 2.3 liter or a 2.0, 2.1.
Yeah, 2 liter.
Yeah, so it's got
I think this one is 2.4 liter.
So the one he's running now is a 2.4 liter.
Yeah, the big block.
Yeah, the big block. It's a 4-cylinder engine, so they definitely drive it very hard. So he definitely runs really good. We've heard his engine echoing through the haulers here today in Tennessee, so he's definitely been doing well.
He got turbos on. He got nitros too.
Yeah,
he started turbos on, and he used it all.
Yeah. Looks like he's trying to pick his line. Going through the gates. Woo! Out the top. So he made it out the top. So there's 350 points, minus any deductions. So hopefully, as long as he stayed on course, he should get some points there. And this is course number 3, for those of you who are just tuning in. So, and this is a rock bouncer that put paddle tires on. This is Travis Lovett in the Hitman buggy. Rock bouncer that he normally races with us, but he put some paddle tires on to race with you guys. So,
yeah, and he's doing pretty well.
He's actually not done bad. I mean, again, for having a completely different style car or a different style car.
You know, he's getting out of the course and he's taking a lot of penalties, but
but yes, overall trying to do the same course.
For a rookie, he's doing very well.
Yes.
But we have one rookie in Europe.
Yeah.
And he's doing pretty well there as well.
Good. Yeah. He's done not too shabby for a rock bouncer, you know. I said he weighs about, probably 4,000, maybe a hair over 4,500. So,
okay.
So for being you guys weigh about 2,000, for weighing twice what you guys weigh, he's doing pretty good. Mm-hmm. Of course, he's obviously got probably more horsepower than some of the cars. He's probably running a big block. So
the thing is, I think most of the rock bouncers can do pretty much in our tracks, and all the way around. But
yeah,
we just have to tune it in.
Yes, yeah. I think if we got to pick the course, we'd do okay. I think the turning, I don't think we do so well at. So
if you look
350 points, and then 20 penalty points. So he ends up with 320 overall.
Well, he did that well.
Yeah.
Now it's just to get the traction and get it all the way up.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that he clipped a gate there, but you have to have a lot of traction.
He just got a penalty. He just got maybe 40.
Okay. He's trying to make that turn and.
And you're only allowed to back once.
Once, okay. Come on, get up there. Almost.
You
can see when they start sinking down. It's not. things are not going well. So
I thought he was going to do it.
yeah, he had the momentum going. That's where that big weight difference kind of you can really see. And he had a great run going. He was definitely carrying good momentum up the hill. It's just very, very steep right there. So huge shout out to Travis Lovett in the Hitman buggy. He's definitely 100. Okay, so Travis Lovett ended up with 140 points in the Hitman buggy. So.
Yeah, 140 minus 80.
With the 80, yeah. 80.
That's probably somewhere 20, and then he probably gave him 60 on that gate.
Okay. So he ended up with
40 for backing and starting gate.
Okay.
Yeah. Then 20.
So he ended up with quite a few penalty points.
Yeah.
So.
But he did well.
But not a bad run for a rock bouncer. You know, those guys are. And like you said, being a rookie, first weekend ever, is not a bad job.
Well, he was actually driving with us the first time we were here, and he was doing well there.
Yeah.
He just broke the car completely in the first track.
Oh,
he drove very well up that first track.
Yeah. So.
These guys are going to go all in the next courses.
What's up, Roland? How you doing? Glad to see you guys tuning in. Yeah, we had a good run going yesterday until we rolled over and blew our engine, but that's racing, as they say. Yeah, the 2.4 engine is incredibly awesome. It's obviously very tuned well, and it makes lots of horsepower. The cube is running. It looks like they're putting some stakes back in up there on the course. They're trying to get the stakes set up. And the sledgehammer now, they're waving the green flag. And in your guys' series, when they announce your name and they wave the green flag, you have 60 seconds. Is that correct?
Yeah. 1 minute.
1 minute,
and then you have to be there.
And you have to be there. And you get penalty points if you're not there in 1 minute, or
you lost your chance to run.
Ooh, you're out for that race.
You're out for that track. Yes.
Oh man, so those could be very costly points.
It can be. You have maybe you have seen in the pit area. We break out of it. We break everything and we fix it between the tracks.
Yes, yeah, it's
and
incredible.
Like you said, everybody's coming to the car to get it out again. It's a time issue. If you don't get your spot, you're out.
Yeah.
But you can drive as the last car on 50%.
On 50%.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So if he gets it going, he can come in last, and he can get 50% of the points that he would have gotten.
Yeah.
Okay. Which is still something.
Yeah,
Better than nothing.
Yeah. Well, you have to count everything in.
Yes.
Because.
Formula Offroad Iceland. If you guys want to go to anybody wanting to know the scores, you can actually watch the scores. Betsy informed me this morning. You can watch the scores change live on Icelandic.formulaoffroad.com.
Yeah.
So make sure you guys all head over there and check that out. And you can actually watch the points live as they roll down. And those are some technical people who know what to do, and they're posting the scores. So.
Oh yeah, we are posting the scores. In live all the time, so you can see the cars driving, and you can see exactly what they get.
And then you can see the points and see who's where and kind of figure out that. So that's pretty cool. So
you see all the penalties and everything.
Yeah. Penalties, everything. So they actually brought some of the sheets up earlier today that showed on there who's leading, what the penalty were. It was really neat.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly the same as you see on your phone or on your.
Yeah, it was nice to see it all laid out. It was very organized. I appreciate it. So that was pretty cool. So
the easy way to go there is foiceland.com.
foiceland.com.
Yeah.
That's cool. I say there's probably there's a link down there so you can check it out. The bouncer is getting points. He is getting some points. He hasn't obviously done as well as some of the Iceland guys, being that he's a little bit heavier, and he's still a little new at this, but he is getting points. Obviously, I don't think he'll do enough points to place a position, but he's definitely getting out there and giving it all. So
he's actually doing a lot better than I thought he would.
Yeah, being as heavy a car and being new at the turning style and trying to make the cones, he's doing a very, very great job. I'm very impressed.
I would really like to see him drive a real Formula Offroad car because I think he can do pretty well there.
Yeah, I think he could too. So, he's driving for points. So, again, you can go to the Icelandic FormulaOffroad.com and check out the points and see everybody's points that are posted. Hey, tell Bessie. So, we have Joe Pierce, who drives the Maine Maniac buggy, who lives in Maine. He's coming down here and throwing out some frisbees, some koozies, and him and his son are throwing out some koozies and some stickers, so that's pretty cool. We had the Instigator up here this morning handing out candy, so that was pretty cool. So that was pretty cool. And right now we're waiting on the Sledgehammer buggy. They're trying to get him going. Everybody's down there trying to get figured out. I'm not sure where we're at on the clock on him, but obviously they're keeping track of that. So hopefully he can get hopefully he can get up there and get some points for this day. If not, the rodeo buggy will be up next. So hopefully he can get up there and get some points.
Okay, they are discussing about where the track is. So they have a delay where you are inside the track or where you are outside the track. They try to,
So now they're kind of making sure everybody knows exactly where to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's some confusing about how it is.
And there is a lot of hill space here. I can see it can get easily confused.
Yeah, well, usually the car gets confused because you don't control the car. The car went too far to left or too far to right.
Yeah, I have that problem sometimes. The car gets confused.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's not a driving problem. This is a car problem.
It's a car problem. I like that. So, the car gets confused. I've had that sometimes,
Yeah.
Some of the other drivers had that issue this morning where the car got confused. We had...
it's never the driver.
Yes, never the driver. Always the car. Yeah. So we're with the Formula Iceland off-road guys now. We have another round of Southern Rock Racing Series rock bouncings coming up, and then after that we'll have a little intermission, and then will be the Bounty Series UTV, and then tonight the Formula guys are going to come out and skip and try breaking the world record for skimming. And last year it was unbelievably how fast those guys were going. It was almost scary how fast they were skimming across the water.
The record from this summer is 65 miles per hour.
65 mile an hour on the water.
On the water.
That is definitely going.
And I think the goal for the night is a little bit higher than that.
A little bit higher than that. And didn't somebody break the world record last year here? Or was it broken right before that?
No, it was broken. Well, we didn't measure it last year, but probably someone was pretty close to that.
Oh yeah, it was. They were definitely going pretty quickly.
But the KFC car, he went 65 miles this summer, and I guess
Come here for a minute. Come here. All right. What koozies are these? We're gonna give a shout out real quick. What koozies? The Maine Maniac. Okay, Joe Pierce. And where are you guys from?
Maine.
The Maine. That's kind of cool, and that's why your dad calls it the Maine Maniac buggy. You guys came and handed out some stickers and some koozies and threw them out the crowd. That's pretty cool. And your dad's doing pretty good this weekend so far?
Uh-huh.
Yeah? He's got one more race to go. You're gonna put it all on the line, right?
Yeah.
So that should be a good time, but... Well, I'm sure you guys had a good time. Thanks for bringing us some koozies, buddy. Thank you. Hey, give me one more. I'll give it to him. There we go. Thank you, bud. That's the orange and white buggy.
Okay.
That's the Maine Maniac, Joe. Let's see if there's a sticker in there that shows a picture of him. So that's the buggy, the rock bouncer. That's Joe. He drives the Maine Maniac.
Okay.
He's actually from Maine, so he has like an 18-hour drive to get here. So
Yeah, well, when we ship all the cars in here,
Yeah.
we came in, you know, the ship from Iceland landed in Portland, Maine.
yeah, that's where he's from. So
So he could have taken them with him.
yeah, yeah. So just stack a couple extra on there. Yeah.
It's not a problem for him.
Yeah.
You know, take 40-foot containers,
Yeah.
stuck it with cars.
We have a race in Texas, and I think it's in Bridgeport, Texas, and it's like a 22-hour drive for him, and it's like 18 for me, and I always whine 20. You know, it's like 28 for him, and it's like 18 for me. I always whine, how far? Oh, it's so far, and he's like, yeah, I got like 12 hours additional to drive. So he's the one guy we can't whine to about driving. So, but.
We're gonna go into town and see the fight.
Yeah, you can watch it on YouTube or the Southern Arc Racing Series page. Right now they're checking the course. Some of the drivers, the reason there's no cars running right now is some of the drivers had questions about exactly where the markers were. A couple guys in a row missed markers that they weren't sure were there, so they wanted to maybe some clarification on exactly where the markers were.
Yeah, it's a clarification because, like Haukur, he throw out of the course and he probably wants to know why.
Yeah.
And of course he has a different meaning.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna judge who is right, who wrong in
Yeah.
this. But this always happens now and then. You need to know where the course is. It's supposed to be the same and fair from everyone.
Yeah. And obviously, you want to make sure that everybody's in the course and obviously doing their best to stay that. So, right now they're checking. They have, I think they put the hold on the sledgehammer buggy for now. Although I believe there are some people down there working on it. They're trying to clarify what course, what markers are going with the courses, and that way they can make sure that everybody's going through there and everybody's going through and making sure they're making the right courses. So we're trying to make sure everybody's going through the right place, and so it's a pretty good time out here. But yeah. But right now they're checking the track. We're glad we can. We're glad we can give you some feed. The break something right before the kind of pause on the track. The sledgehammer buggy was up and he was having an issue, so I think they're trying to get that fixed as well. But it looks like they're having a drivers meeting to kind of clarify. Again, they had several drivers that drove outside and were docked points, or they totally drive out of the course, which they thought they were in. So I think they're trying to clarify that. But we're glad we can give you guys live coverage here too. It's actually pretty decent weather here. It's a little warm. It's a little sticky at sometimes.
You call it a little warm?
A little warm. It's a little warm, especially for the Iceland guys who are like experiencing snow back home. But we're out here. Like I said, it's pretty good weather. Every once in a while, the clouds will come by. You have a cool breeze. It's not too bad in the shade. So, luckily, Clyde and Bree and Dave hooked us up with some fans. So we got a little bit of crosswind. As long as no one's driving through here, it's blowing through dust. But it's as long as they're going that way, we can get some breeze going and have a good time and hopefully get to see some more action here in a minute. So it's. It looks like they're just trying to clarify some stuff, and we do have a little bit longer until we have the rock bouncer coming back. The rock bouncers have a little bit break till we come back. A couple of guys that broke something. They had wet down Cable Hill, so some of the guys obviously you have to spin your tires a lot faster on Cable Hill, and you can end up with a slice in it. So a couple guys cut tires. They're back there changing tires and getting ready for their next race.
Okay, the sledgehammer is coming.
Okay, we got the sledgehammer pulling up to the line here. So
you see the
checking.
Okay.
Yeah, North Dakota. What's up, North Dakota? Props to the camera guy. Yeah, our camera guys are out in the sun baking right now, so we do not envy our camera guys at all. They're in the sun just totally baking right now. It's snowing right now in Fort McMurray, Alberta. Yeah. Yeah, so it's snowing there too. Yeah, it's about high 80s, low 90s, and sunny here, so it's pretty warm. But looks like we're about to get back in some action. I think we're waiting for the course to be green again, so I think they're getting ready. We're ready. Looks like the sledgehammer's on the line, just waiting for the flag. And we're good to go. All right, here we go. Coming up, taking his time, trying to get set up for that first gate.
Gator's usually driving fast on the track, like he's driving a speed track.
Oh. There we go, there we go. Almost. And now, oh, wow. Finishing on one wheel. Wow. Yeah, he got out the top, so there's 350 points minus any deductions.
Yeah, I'm not sure he was if he drove out the track on the gates in the middle of the hill or not.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see from here, but there were a couple gates that looked like he may have clipped too, so we'll...
No, he got 350. 350 points and 110 in penalty.
Wow! 350 points for the course, going out the course, and 110 penalty points.
Yeah, I think that's the record for the day.
Yeah, that's our new record for penalty points. So yeah.
Then the rodeo is coming.
Yeah, the rodeo buggy's up next. We'll see how he did. He was the third fastest or fourth fastest this morning. So
this car was built in Norway.
Built in Norway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Paul Blesvik. And started as a trial car.
Really?
Competing in trial.
That's kind of cool.
And in Euro trial, and then he ended up as a Formula Offroad car, and then Paul Blesvik sold it to Iceland.
Okay.
And Ellie has been racing, except this summer. His son was driving the car most of the time.
Driving the car? That's cool. The Formula Offroad, as you can see, the car is going up the hill. He's doing pretty good, trying to make sure he makes all the gates. He is getting it done this morning. There we go. And he's out the top. Good job. So since he went out the top, he will get a 350 points for completing the course, minus any point deduction he has.
Yep.
Scott Inman, I see he's tuning in. That's another Decatur, Illinois guy.
Okay.
So we shout out to all my Decatur, Illinois people tuning in. I know I had a couple this morning. So that's kind of cool to see people from our hometown tuning in to watch the Formula Offroad Racing and the Southern Rock Racing Series. So that's a pretty good time. So and we're waiting to see how much the rodeo buggy had for penalty points. So in the meantime, the Reborn.
I'm just looking at the clock. It's 18:45 in Reykjavik.
So that's 6:45 tonight, right now in Iceland.
Yeah.
Okay. So everyone's sitting down with their supper, watching Formula Offroad on TV.
Yep, probably.
So, what's up, Scotty? How you doing?
The Sunday steak.
Yeah. Everybody's sitting down in Iceland right now, eating their steak, watching TV. Shout out to all the Decatur, Illinois people watching. We had a couple tuning in earlier. So it's pretty awesome to watch some of the live action here. So here we go. This is the Reborn buggy. They call it Reborn because it had been built a couple times, they said. So that's kind of a cool name.
Yeah, well, one of the worst rollover ever we saw was the original one.
What's the original one?
And was completely ruined after that.
Oh man, no. Oh, that stinks.
Yeah, now
that
you maybe
stinks.
see why.
Yeah, that stinks.
But actually, it was his brother who ruined that car.
Yeah.
And they built that car. You know, the other guy bought that car and built it up again and called it Zombie.
Yeah. So hopefully he's okay and the car's okay and they can get it going again for the next race. So hopefully he can get the race going and check that out. I hear a lot of clapping, so I think he's out of the car.
We always take the people out of the car before they roll on.
You guys do?
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Some of our chassis, we're so snug in there.
Yeah.
It's easier just to stay in the car, just to flip back over, especially if it's on a really flat ground. Now, if it's a hard rollover, yeah, I'll get out. But sometimes we'll go ahead and stay in the car just because it's kind of hard to get in and out of. So we'll just stay in the car and flip it over. But
that is something we have been looking at. What you are doing.
Yeah.
Because I guess we can learn a lot of how you're doing things.
Yeah.
The other way around.
Yeah, and the other way around as well. We kind of watched some of the stuff you guys do, and we were talking to some guys in the pit last night about what size tubing and some of the head dimensions and stuff like that you need for the chassis, stuff like that. And it's kind of exciting to see how our
we have a kind of 4 inches between your helmet and underneath the tubing.
We don't have an exact spec right now, but I know that Ultra 4, like the King of Hammers Ultra 4, they have 3 inch, a minimum of 3 inches between the helmet and the top of the cage. Ours, because of the way the seats are mounted, some guys have a lot more headroom and some guys have less. With mine, I have about 4 inches because I wanted that little extra headroom in case I was slinging around in there. But I do think that is a good, safe rule to have.
Yeah.
As
you can see that he's driving the car back to the pit, so probably everything goes okay with the car and everything's okay with him as well.
Yeah.
No, he's not even driving it to the pit. He's just going to be there for the next turn.
He must be okay with it. So we'll try to see how many points he ended up with. Yeah, wish we could hear the sound of engines more. I completely agree. Because these cars literally echo out here. I mean, the motors just, especially the turbo 4 cylinders, there's the turbo just echoes, and it's so amazing to hear.
Now it's Thunderbolt.
This is the Thunderbolt chassis, Thunderbolt race car.
It originally built in Norway, but it's not so much left of the car, which came from Norway.
There was one of the guys yesterday said this car was made from a Bronco.
Yeah?
I said, really? And he said, this is about how much Bronco is left. So.
It was called Bronco.
Yeah.
But it's nothing. Well,
not that much Bronco left in it. Yeah. Picking his time, picking his line. There we go. Trying to make those gates.
This car is about 1,200 horsepower or something like that.
Man. Woo! Out the top. It's amazing how they shoot out. It's just incredible how they fly out of the top of there. So he'll end up with 350 minus any penalty points. We'll also try to get you how many penalty points the Reborn chassis has. The Reborn buggy, I mean. See how many points he ended up with. He did roll, but he still will receive some points for the day. Okay, so the Thunderbolt received 40 penalty points, but he did make it out the top for 350, so that gives him 310 points overall.
Yeah, you're getting good in this.
Well, hey. You're a
fast learner.
Well, hey, just
tell me something about the rock bouncing. What how do you get your points?
Rock bouncing is similar to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
If you line up, we have a timer system. Every hill we do is timed in the cup points. There's a like a laser beam at the bottom and a laser beam at the top. So if you go through and break the beam, you get 5 points. If you go break the beam and you break 5 feet in, you still get 5 points no matter what. Mm-hmm. If you break the beam and you're able to actually go up and attempt a hill, and then you get 10 points. Mm-hmm. And if you hit the first bump or you break at the very top, it's still only 10 points.
Okay.
And then if you get first place with your time, it's 50. And then I believe it's 47 next. If second place is 47. I think third place is 45, and then it goes down by 1 point increments. So 43, 42, 41, all the way out until you get the 38th place is 10 points. So every position after that gets 10 points or more. So it's just kind of a continuous point down. So if you end up with like 25th place, you would be with like 25 points roughly, somewhere in there. So you get, and those points matter because last year, after the entire season, the difference between first place and second place was like 35 points. So a very fine window over the entire, and that was over the entire season.
So it's completely open.
Yeah. So first place is 50. So if the guy that got first place one time would have not finished, he would have been second place. I mean, so you make one mistake at one race and it can cost you a season. Now, last year we had a 2-drop rule. So last year your worst 2 races dropped off at the end of the season, but not including finals. This year they shortened it to 1 race.
Okay.
So after all of our races for the first 3, we have 3 northern, 3 central, and 3 southern. So one of those, your worst race, got to drop off this year. And then obviously coming into finals, we knew where everybody sat at. So a lot of these guys are gunning because first and second are kind of a close race, but like third through fifth or third through sixth place is very, very close.
Okay.
So like third and fourth and fifth place are like changing up every race. So kind of like you guys, every race, the leaderboard can change. If somebody wrecks at the bottom and somebody else, gets the 50 bonus points, so 400 points total. If they didn't hit any gates, would be a big difference if a guy that was winning didn't finish. So it's very big for us right now. Third through fifth is still a very big battle. And you'll see guys in the pits working very hard to get their car back together so they can complete this race and really, really push it effort. So, I mean, it's very competitive, and it's getting even more competitive as time goes on and as seasons increase. Guys build bigger engines. The suspension travel gets longer. Pretty much everybody runs about the same size tire, kind of like you guys. Pretty much everybody runs the same tire.
Is it any rules about the tire size, or is it?
There are pretty much no rules as far as how the chassis is built, with the exception of, I do have one rule about tire size. You have to have a 39.5-inch tire or bigger, and that's the only rule. You can run any tire you want. We have some guys who used to run a farmer tire on the rear. They call it like a tractor tire. Yeah. And they would run a Super Swamper Sticky SX on front. We have other guys that run stickies on both front and rear. We have some guys who run a Super Swamper Bogger on the rear and a sticky on the front. We have some guys who groove the tires. So there's no limit on tires on what tire you can run and what combination, but you have to have at least a 39.5-inch tire or bigger. Okay. You can run any axle, any motor, any transmission, any transfer case. You can run any size tubing you want. I mean, obviously, they have to certify the car, make sure it's safe to run. But it's pretty, as your guys, it's very apparent very quickly if the car is safe or it's not safe. You can usually, you can look at a car and go, okay, that's safe, or you can go, maybe we should look at that a little closer. It's pretty good so far. We have a great race. We had a couple rollovers this weekend. A couple guys had broke some stuff, so I rolled over yesterday. That's
a car.
Yeah, that's Andrew Blackwood, who wanted to do some racing with us. We rolled over yesterday. We done the very first course. We had a great course going. The first hill, had a good time, came around and rolled over and blew up our engine. So, which is unfortunate for me, but good because now I can help do some announcing with you guys and help give some Americans' perspective on the Formula Offroad racing. So,
yeah. That's good you rode.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's that's racing. That's racing. But coming up next is the Team Dream. Team Dream is the only, from what I understand, the only car with rear steer.
Yeah, which is competing now, but we have all the cars. We have all the cars with it as well.
So we have other cars that have rear steer, but none that are racing here.
Yeah, we do have one who's coming back. We have IFS from Ford, back and rear.
Yeah.
With rear steering as well.
Has it seemed like it's worked good for him this year? Or?
Yeah, well, this is his first race with it.
Oh, this is his first race.
Yeah.
Whoa. Man, that's unfortunate. He looks like he had a good time going, and he started to slide sideways a little too much, and
In some cases, a few guys I know, they shouldn't use it at all.
so it kind of stinks. He got off course a little bit, and the hill was obviously so steep that he just kind of slid down, and
He was going to take it on side. And, you know, instead of going straight on it, going from the side makes it sometimes easier. But in this case, I think it didn't. I think that was a mistake.
yeah, and some of that stuff is so loose up there that a car glides down very quickly and very easily. So
You either have a lot of traction in this track, or you get into some powder with nothing. you
yeah,
know.
we were loud on that yesterday. I said 1 minute they'll have lots of traction, next minute no, they're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
Next is a KFC buggy. He's coming up. He's done pretty well this weekend. Obviously, he's the current U.S. champion until tomorrow night, until tonight.
Yeah, and he is Icelandic champion as well.
Icelandic champion as well, and they told me that car has actually won several championships.
Oh, yes.
Under
Yes.
different owners. So, whoa, whoa, a little bit of a wild ride there. So. He's kind of gunning it a little bit and trying to get turned around, and there we go. Yeah.
Keep inside the track.
Whoa! Whoa!
That was a
Good save. That's a good save. That's a really good save. That's unfortunate for points, but it was a good save that he didn't topple the car over. So, yeah, he really wanted to make that hill. So that's kind of unfortunate that he didn't get out the top, but he did get some points he earned, so that's good. What's up, Ray? So it's 50 for points, 50, 47, 44, 42, 41, etc. So they the first place is 50 and the next one's 47. So there's a 3-point difference between first and second, and then a 3-point difference from second to third. So
And then
just 1 point, just 1 point after that. So 41, 40, 42, 41, 40, 39. So just get 1 point each. So if you get I'm ahead of you and I get one extra point, that if 2 or 3 races, that can really matter. It's a big difference. So. What's up, everybody? I'm not sure, Andrew. I think he's having some engine trouble. He had Andrew. He had some fuel. It sounds like a fuel issue.
Yeah, it's an injector. Who's
An
leaking.
injector. Okay.
It's leaking.
Okay, leaking. Yeah. At some points it was sounding really good, and then other points it wasn't sounding. When you get on a hill, not sounding so well. So. Obviously, you can tell the car has lots of power. It's just unfortunate we can't get
it out.
get it going. So, yeah, it's kind of unfortunate that he had some issues, but it's not, as they say, that's racing. So there's
Murphy is very often with in the service team.
yeah. That's
He has a tendency to get into every service team every now and then.
Yeah. You gotta need a little maintenance probably. So it looks like we have. Trying to see who we have coming up to the line next.
No, we're making track number 4.
4. Okay, so we're done with track number 3. Now we're on to track number 4.
Yep.
Bessie's keep us on point here. Trying to make sure everything looks good.
Read you the green points.
It's okay.
Want to call them out? That's the only one you're missing, right? The dream?
The Team Dream.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can read out. Yeah. And again, you guys can always go check up the Icelandic Formula Offroad.com and check all the points. They give the points there live. Sometimes radio communication, we don't always get the points as probably as fast as you can see them online.
The drink I got 90 and no penalties.
90 and no penalties. Okay. And again, he had a great running, so it's unfortunate that he kind of swooped out of there. And what they're doing now is they're setting up. They're actually taking the stakes out and moving them to get ready for the next course, which will be the 4th course of the day. So
it's going to be a short break, for a few minutes, and then we start again.
Okay. So give us a few minutes here, and we'll head back over and we'll check out some more racing action. Like I said, they're going to get some course markers set up. They have markers, and explain the markers to the viewers out there. That some of the guys who may not understand what the marker system is.
Well, the marker system is we have to get through those gates.
Okay.
And on the on the right side we have red.
Okay.
And then the left side we have white.
So the red is always on the right and the white is always on the left. And,
yeah.
And what happens if you see them and they're flip-flopped? Like some of the places we see where the red is on the left and the white, does that mean they're coming back through those?
Yeah, well, very often we drive down the hill as well.
Oh, okay.
We drive down the hill and we turn 180 and up again.
So you really don't want to see you never want to see a red marker on the left-hand side. That means you have to go around it.
Yeah. But that's okay. That's just part of the game.
Yeah.
Yes. And I see you guys are starting to do a lot of that as well, driving up and down and up and down.
Yeah, we don't normally do a lot of turning and coming up and down, but this course here at the Bikini Bottoms Off-Road Park, it's such a long hill. It does you can kind of chop up and make your course a little bit different. And when you start throwing corners in, you can really kind of make, you bring in all facets of the car. There might be some cars that are better at hill climbing, but some cars are better at cornering. So you can really see. You kind of make that driver use all of his skills to have the best time. As we saw a couple drivers here topple over yesterday. Brandon Davis was one of the one coming around the bottom corner and was just coming through a corner too fast and toppled over. Obviously, that was very frustrating, and Brandon's an excellent driver. So he never, obviously no driver wants to just come around the corner and topple over, but these drivers are also pushing it as fast as they can, so that's...
That's what you have in Formula Off-Road as well. We have... 4 elements. We have the hills, we have the speed.
Yeah, it's incredible that...
Yeah, we actually have speed tracks.
Really?
We are not using it here because, well, it's not a suitable area for that, but we have a speed track on the water.
Wow.
And we have mud. We do mud bogging in Formula
Mud bogs, yeah.
In Formula Off-Road.
You would fit in great in Illinois then if you guys do mud bogs.
And then we have... we have the mud, we have the water, and we have the hills, and we have the speed.
Okay.
So we have 4 elements. Long before we had it on Northern 4.
It's crazy. I say how they accelerate the car. They accelerate so quickly. They almost look like they're jumping sometimes when they're on a steep hill and they're in loose stuff and they go to accelerate very quickly. It almost looks like the car is jumping.
Some of the guys even have trans brake.
They have a trans brake, so they can launch it hard. It's incredible to see some of the power they get out of these cars. So,
we usually use quite loose converter with a high stall speed.
Yeah, with a high stall speed. Yeah, it's very apparent when you watch them take off. Yes, Andrew. They also do some stuff like mud drags. They do mud bogs, which is awesome to hear. Like I said, I come from a mud drag background, so. I started doing that long before I started racing the Southern Rock Racing Series, so it's a lot of fun to go out there and do some of this stuff.
Mud bog is not, we do mud, in for example in Hetla where the rescue team come from.
Yeah.
There we have a mud pit every year, which is pretty muddy.
So you guys aren't scared of mud at all then?
Yeah, well, we do everything.
Yeah, that's awesome. Looks like the 3rd course is set up. Okay. That's the sledgehammer. Oh, there's the mud we were just talking about.
At least some of it.
Yeah. Looks like he's trying to make the gates, hit up some of the greenage, and he had some good points. Unfortunately, he was able to save it, so he can actually get turned around. But unfortunately, he didn't get the points he wanted. But he was able to save the car. So. anytime you can end up with points, that's always a good thing.
He's going to back up a little bit. He's allowed to go on.
Uh-oh.
I think he was out. Because
Yeah.
he was more than one pin lane. Car length down.
Yeah, that's a bummer, but at least he got some points, got a chance to get out there in some points. And
But next we got Cube.
Oktoberfest in Norway, not easy to become updated. Good luck, everyone. Yeah, keep the pedal down.
210 points
210 points for that run. Yep.
for distance and 20 penalty points.
So yeah,
Yeah, 220 and
Yep.
20 penalty. That's not bad.
not bad. Yeah, not a bad run. What are these guys? Those are some Icelandic guys there. Oops.
Well, this is Paul Blesvig, the premier owner of the rodeo,
Okay.
and he's just telling you, and yeah, he's one who asked me, shouldn't you be racing instead of talking? Well, Ragnar, yes, I should, but
Yeah.
you just helped me to build the car this winter, and then we can start racing next year.
Yeah.
Well, Brynhildur, Bessi mjög góður, en við þurfum að nota hann annar staðar, hann betri þar en hér. Okay.
Looks like we got the Cube coming up here. He is definitely an aggressive driver. He likes to definitely go and drive hard and fast.
I bet he's going all the way.
Woo!
And I was quite right.
He is giving it all she got. He definitely was hammering on the throttle. Went out the top, so he'll get 350 points, minus any penalty points. Heck yeah, Brian. He is definitely giving it.
And obviously you're welcome to go and
They are definitely hitting the throttle. Next up is the Rock Bouncer. This is Travis Lovett and the Hitman. That Hitman's the name of the bouncer, and Travis Lovett is his name. He's done pretty well. Hopefully this course will do pretty well for him. He's actually been able to keep up with a lot of the Formula guys, at least trying to hang on. And he's done pretty good driving. So
It wouldn't surprise me if you go all the way off.
yeah,
If he just,
yeah. Hopefully he can hug kind of that inside gap and
get the right balance,
Yeah.
and the right power in, and then he can power it off.
yeah. Hopefully he can get some momentum going and keep it with him. He's trying.
He's not.
Oh,
He
man.
He needed to pick up the speed.
Yeah, he needed a
earlier.
little more momentum there. It's
that was such a good
that was a great run by Travis Lovett and the Hitman buggy. Unfortunately, he didn't have enough horsepower, enough momentum to get him up the hill. So unfortunately, he didn't make it up the hill, but he did get quite a few points. Hopefully, on his way up there. So his motor definitely sings for sure. 210 points, so that's good. Ended up with 210 points, so and no penalty. So wow, that's good. 210 points clean.
I just had Andrew Blackwood come and visit me here. He probably didn't hear all the shit I was talking about him earlier, so he just gave me a shirt.
Hello from Denmark again. What's up, Anders? I said Denmark. That's where they make Legos, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, Jägermeister.
Travis running the bouncer, or just he's just I believe just running the Formula Offroad this weekend. I don't believe he's running the bouncer class. I think he did come out and play with the bouncer a little bit earlier this weekend, bouncers, but I believe he's just running with the Formula guys this weekend, and he's actually done a really great job. I'm really proud of him. Yeah, the Hitman. He's in the Hitman buggy. So next up is the Sledgehammer. So he's definitely doing a good job this weekend. He's been He's been hammering down. Here we go. Got a little bit of a mud pit there. Definitely trying to make sure he hits his gates, get through them. Whoa!
Well, Towers will do better than that.
That's not what he wanted to do. Yeah! Woo! Out the top. That is incredible. Good job. He got 350 points, but I think there will be some penalty points on that run. I think he... I'm not sure if he had to reverse or if he just came down.
No, he didn't reverse, actually, but this one is a tricky one. How to...
Bragi?
But yeah.
He was on here helping us yesterday, keeping us honest with some point totals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that. He got a lot of facts.
Yeah, he does. They said he's like the nerd of Formula Off-Road. They said if anybody knows it, he does. So
yeah,
he was helping us with different stats and stuff.
But he's sometimes wrong.
Yeah, sometimes wrong.
He was wrong once.
Yeah. He did a great job yesterday, helping keep us on track and give us some stuff that we need to know.
But he's 99.9% sure.
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
But
yeah. Every once in a while,
once he was wrong.
Every once in a while he'll miss something, but yeah, he was helping us yesterday with some facts and who was driving what cars and who used to own the chassis and who built the chassis, which is great to kind of know the backstory. I think that's kind of neat to know the backstory of a car history. So, looks like we have the rodeo buggy up next. He's got the green light.
Paul Blessing is watching.
Okay, the Sledgehammer only ended up with 10 penalty points after the 350 through the out the gate. So that's good. Rodeo Buggy's trying to get up there. Oh, that's not good. He's on a pretty steep incline. He's going to try to back up a little bit and see if he can't get it.
Now it's gone.
Hey, he's gone. Yeah, that's unfortunate. He had a good run going, too. Yeah, that's a bummer. He had a great run going. He was really close to the top, 10, 15 feet from the top, and he wasn't able to meet it. So I guess he'll try to hit it again.
Good in Reborn.
So yeah, the Reborn is up next. What's up, Lawrence? Thanks for tuning in. This next buggy will be definitely be a good one to watch. He definitely usually puts on a show. The rodeo buggy ended up with 40 penalty points. Okay. And he didn't go all the way, so I'm not sure exactly how many points he'll end up with. We'll try to keep you appointed. Here we go. The Reborn buggy's taking off, so hopefully he can. Hopefully they can do some good here, get some points, making good time. Hopefully he can get through some of the gates. Looks like he's doing okay. There we go. Almost. Oh, man. He's right at the top.
It's 250 points.
250?
Yeah. You see he got a front wheel inside the gate.
Okay.
And that gives him 250 points.
That's the way he likes it.
250 points with no penalty points. That's good. Yeah, he got his front axle through the end gate, so once the front axle breaks the gate, you still you get the 250 points. So that's really good.
I'm gonna go and take a look at your search history later, Zach. I don't think I'm gonna be happy with what I find.
When does Jamie Cold Iron race again? I believe Jamie will be tonight with the Bounty UTV series. He'll be after the Rock Bouncers. So we have the Formula, then the Rock Bouncers, then tonight will be the UTV Bounty series, and that's when Jamie will be racing with them. He's one of our UTV drivers, and he definitely does pretty well. Next is a Thunderbolt. He does pretty good. He's done pretty good all weekend.
Mm. He was very close to the victory.
Really?
He was leading.
And the series you guys race in, he was leading?
Well, actually, he was leading in the Icelandic Championship as well, but he lost the last race.
Oh, that's rough.
Yesterday he was leading, and I turned on track number 5.
Man. So he was leading this as well, and then had some mistakes. We'll see how he does today. Definitely off to a good start, so we'll see. Trying to get through some of these gates. Woo! Out the top. So there's 350 minus any deductions he has, so we'll see. Looks like a pretty clean run from here, but again, there might be some gates we can't see, so we'll definitely have to check and see if they hit any gates. Hopefully he had a good run, so. What's up, Ricky Miller? Again, we're back to Andrew Blackwell, so hopefully he can. I think this might be his course. Looks like a little mud. Hopefully he gets up going well. So hopefully he'll have a good race today.
David Wheeler, the owner of this car, was not able to drive because of well, I think it had some problem with with the back or something.
Yeah.
So Andrew just jumped in. And it's the second time Andrew Formula Offroad car.
That's incredible, and he's done great so far this weekend. Like I said, we due to some mechanical issues.
Yeah.
Due to mechanical issues, he had some issues earlier this weekend. So hopefully they can get those lined out, get that fixed.
Yeah.
Hey, grab me another one. Yeah, you have that one. What's the average age of some of these drivers? I've seen some very young guys driving.
Well, I'm actually ruining an average age.
Yeah.
But most of the guys are 30 plus minus.
30, around 30.
Yeah, plus minus.
I'm sorry, I thought you already had one.
So you're around 30. Okay, some of them look kind of younger, so I wasn't sure what the average driver age is. With us, it kind of varies. Same thing. You have some guys that are younger, especially some guys who run side by sides or late teens, early 20s, and then we have other guys like Bobby Tanner is a little older. So
the oldest driver in Formula Offroad was actually Swedish, 74 years old.
74 years old. Wow.
In his last race. And one of the famous drivers was he sold his car now recently, Arne Johansson, which was driving Lightfoot and Bronco.
Yeah.
He's 60 this year, so he found out, okay, that's the time for stuff.
Yeah. He said, I'm going to take it easy this year.
Yeah, well, he sold the car to Iceland, so we now have that car in Iceland as well.
That's pretty awesome. A 74-year-old guy that was racing. That's pretty cool.
Well, actually, he actually bought the car when he was 67.
He bought the car when he was 67?
Yeah.
Well, hey, why not, right? That's crazy. The points do not go towards the Iceland points for the championship. Their championship was last month, correct?
Yeah.
So this is a completely different set of points, and their points for this are just the American Series points, from what I understand.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So somebody was asking if these points go to the Iceland points, or are these separate? So
Separate.
they're separate. Yeah, some of the guys are having great runs. Yeah, only 4 points ahead of Magnus in the cube. So yeah, 4 points. That's not much difference. So that's pretty tight lead there.
So the Thunderball buggy did a perfect run. He did 350 points, no penalty. But that is not to say about Andrew Blackwood on the American flag. I don't know what to call it. It's like it's owned by Mr. Wheeler. Does anybody know the name of the buggy? I don't have that information. And he seems to be in the way a lot. Maybe he is on the payroll for Bob, so he spends a little bit more oil on the excavator. I don't know. But I wanted to tell you that you're, again, more than welcome to come and meet the drivers, see the buggies in the pits, in the intermission. And also, Formula Offroad team.
We had another question. Is this just weekend, or do they come here a few times? This is a just this weekend. So
Yeah, just this weekend, and are we going to be here next year, the same weekend?
yeah, it's they kind of deem this they call it the American Series, although it's just one weekend. They do 6 races, 3 races in the morning, 3 races in the afternoon on Friday, and then the same thing, 3 races in the morning and 3 races in the afternoon on Saturday. So you get 6 races total, or 5 races total, and then they do 2 races in the morning, 3 races in the afternoon on Saturday, and then they do 1 is your skimming. So I guess you'd be 12 races total over the whole weekend.
Yeah, well, like we say, it's 2 rounds,
Okay, 2 rounds.
6 tracks in each one of them, and that's what we made the American Cup of. But we would like to do more.
Yeah.
But that's for the future. We can do. We started 3 years ago in US.
How many cars did you guys bring here the first year?
16,
16. Okay, and then how many did you bring last year?
14,
And then how many this year?
10.
10. Okay.
We were supposed to be 14 this year, but 4 of us broke the back this
Yeah.
broke the
So
back this year.
again, about a month ago was their final. So a lot of the guys are obviously going hard, trying to push it to the edge, and they're obviously kind of like us. They're trying to win as many points as they can get. Unfortunately, some of them broke. So that's kind of racing, as we say. So, but I think we're done for this course, and now they're going to set up the final course, number 5.
Yeah.
So this will be course number. I believe this will be course number 5. They're setting up now.
No. We have.
Couple more.
Yeah, we
Okay.
have Kester on the Dream.
Okay, we have a few more. Looks like.
We have Kester. We have KFC car. Aussie on the bomb. And Hekla.
Andrew, that is a really good idea. We might see if we can do that. Get down to the pits later so we can see the buggies and see some of the pits guys working. That would be pretty cool. North Dakota, yeah, it'd be cool to come down. Norway, I'm not sure. We did have a couple guys tuning in from Norway. That'd be kind of cool. As we talked about, some of the Southern Rock Racing Series guys are going to try to come over next May or June-ish. Come over and do some racing over there. So hopefully we can get over there and do some racing over in Iceland and race your guys' tracks in Iceland. So we're pretty excited about that. Clyde was trying to kind of make a big or stretch out our gap, our summer break of our schedule, so that way we can have enough time to ship the cars over and ship the cars back.
Yeah, the way you have the summer here, it would be good for you to come to Iceland to cool you down.
Come over there and cool down a little bit. Yeah. So we're trying to stretch out our summer break a little bit so we can And the bigger dilemma there is it takes several weeks for the cars to ship over there, probably a week to get the race underway, and then several weeks to ship the cars back, and that's not even including fixing the cars for our next race. So obviously it's something we definitely would be excited to do. So it takes a little bit of a process. Shipping them is kind of expensive. Flights are actually kind of cheap. We actually learned that earlier this year when Clyde and a couple other guys flew over there. It was like $280 to fly a round trip from St. Louis to Iceland.
Yeah.
I could not believe that. I thought it'd be at least a couple $1,000s.
No, it's not so bad.
I'm like, you can't fly from Illinois to like California that cheap.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, you're flying to a different country. It's crazy. So that was kind of cool that they went over there and got to see some of the sights and the glaciers and the Blue Lagoon, which is like world famous. So that's kind of cool to go over there and hang out in that. And they got to do some Facebook Live videos to kind of show all of us what it looked like over there. And they were giving some commentating, and that was kind of cool. And then obviously to go watch you guys race was super cool. And they Facebook Live the whole race, so that was kind of cool. And then obviously Zach getting to skim, being the first American to skim at Iceland in Iceland car. That was kind of cool. I was a little bit jealous, so.
Yeah, Zach was trying to do it, he actually did it, but it was a KFC car and he was the chicken inside it.
Yeah. I'll tell him. I say, hey, I heard you were the chicken. But yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty awesome. So hopefully we can get over to Iceland and do some racing over there. We're pretty excited about it. So I think most of the guys are kind of interested in it. They said I think you guys fit 4 cars in a container.
Yeah, we put 4 in a container.
4 in a container. So we're trying to figure out how we can get, figure out which guys can fit in which containers. So we got to take out teams of 4. So hopefully we can at least take 8 cars over there. 2 containers would be at least 8 cars. So, and obviously hopefully some spare parts and tires and spare things in case we break. So
it depends on which kind of tires you're going to race.
That's true.
I think we can find a pretty good area where you can do rock racing.
Yeah, and we had talked about taking our tires with us, or and maybe doing some of our racing then and then swapping tires. This racing on your guys' tires, see what it is, or even we could even buy some tires, some paddle tires here, and take them over there and do some racing and see if we can't kind of compete on your guys' turf with your hills and see how good we are or how bad we are. So
well, when it comes to rock racing, I guess you are a bit better.
Yeah. So I think it would be kind of,
if not, something is wrong.
Yeah. So I think it would be very exciting to kind of race on your turf, on your tracks with your tires to see if we would do okay, or to see if we do good or if we not do so well. But so we're kind of excited to see that. So yeah, it's pretty good time. Also, again, you guys can go check out IcelandicFormulaOffroad.com and check all the points out live for all the racing this weekend. So make sure you guys tune in to make sure you guys head over there and check it out and have that up so you can see and they'll be posting all that live as the racing is going on. They have the technology to do that, so make sure you guys check it out. So definitely buzz over, check it out.
Okay, then
the Team Dream is up now, so we're trying to see, watch them. Here we go. Oh, he must have broke something.
Broke the front.
Yeah, it says front tires stopped turning, so I don't know if he's able to back up a little bit and bump it over, or.
I think they probably going to let him back all the way down.
Back a little down, yeah. So he ended up with at least 250 points there, minus any point deductions. So at least he was able to get that front axle over and get that full 250. So. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer. But at least he was able to get his 250 points there. So we'll see what his deduction was and go from there. So we'll see how many points he ended up with. Okay, so 250 points and 0 penalty points, so that's good.
That's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
And he got down all by himself. We have 3 drivers left for this track. Then we're going to do the last track up here.
So he said we have 3 drivers left for this, and then that's for the course 4 for the day. We have 1 more course left to go on, and so that should be it for the day for the Formula Off-Road. Then we have the Southern Arc Racing Series Bouncers coming up, and then after that we have the Cup Series for the Bounty, and then that'll race up for the racing except for the skimming tonight. And again, they always try to set the world record for the top speed skimming, so. They're going to head back and see if they can't get that car fixed. The Team Dream. The KFC car is up now, so.
Whoa.
Also known as the 4 buggy.
Should we talk about the skimming sec? Yeah?
Off to a great start. He's through the mud. Trying to get through some of the gates. Oh.
Not what he had planned. And again, I wouldn't want to be the steering wheel and that one out. Probably getting a beating.
You see, he was backing exactly into the hole.
Yeah.
Was using the whole building. Powering.
Oh.
Now he's not happy.
Yeah. He was obviously very close to the top. 5 to 10 feet. Made it all the way up there. So he will end up with some points. Unfortunately, not as many as he hoped for. So
Yes, 220, something like that.
okay, so about 220 points. So
well, we see.
again, minus any deduction. So we're trying to see how many points he ended up with. So obviously not what he was shooting for, but he is glad he got some points. So 240 points is what he said he ended up with. So 240 points plus 40 penalty points. So that's Zach, our announcer.
You know, we did talk about Zach earlier.
Yeah, we didn't talk about Zach.
He was the first American guy to skim
Yeah.
in a KFC car in Iceland, and he was the chicken in there.
Yeah, hey, I heard you were the chicken, the big chicken. That's what I heard. I'm just telling you what I heard. We just bring you the truth here on Hillside Live, Zach, okay? That's what I hear. Skimming and the big chicken.
I just reached a new all-time low. I get called a chicken. Really? Really?
Zach.
He did some skimming, so yeah. Wah, wah, wah. No, he was the first ever. Oh,
Nice saving.
the first ever American to skim in Iceland in an Icelandic car. So I told everyone I was a little bit jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
Why didn't he
Oh.
go out the top?
Oh. Half a second.
You want to try
yeah.
to drive to the top?
Yes.
He hesitated for a second, and it just didn't work out for him. That's the bomb car, it looks like. That's a new car, and it is definitely working well today.
You saw me driving ice. I don't want to spend the rest of my life in Icelandic prison. I'm in America now, buddy. You go ahead and give me another shot. We'll take that thing back in a basket.
So obviously he wished he'd have done a little better, but he did get some points there, so we'll see how many points he got. It looks like the Heckle buggy's coming up next. So we'll see if he can't get up there and get some points, see if he can hit it out the top. Definitely, the engines in these buggies are made very well, so it's incredible to hear these engines just scream. Yes, tonight they'll be doing some driving on the water. Tonight, about 9 o'clock, I believe, is when we're doing that. So, or maybe... Oh, here we go. Oh, he was definitely making good time. He had some momentum going there, and I think the buggy died.
Something happened there.
Yeah. So we're trying to see what's going on there. Looks like the buggy died, or car died. We're hoping to see if we can't get that going, but obviously got some points. Not as many as he was hoping for. What's up, Jonathan? Thanks for tuning in. And some of the, as I said, some of the Iceland guys are going to do some skimming tonight. So we're going to make sure you stay tuned for the Iceland skimming. It's definitely very cool to watch. So maybe clearly there's some issue with the car. So see if we can't get that figured out. I think they may have got it started. So see if we can't get it going. Okay, it looks like we are getting... they're done with the fourth course. Now they're going to start getting set up for the fifth course. And it looks like they... looks like they're going to start getting set up for the fifth course. See what kind of course this is. It looks like they're moving some markers around over there. I don't know exactly how that's going to go.
You see the nitro flag?
Yeah.
White, and then you have the red one.
Ooh. Yeah.
Up there, and then you have up in the hill there.
Over here? Oh, wow.
Up there, and
okay.
Yeah, it's up there, and then it's the
okay.
The
So kind of go along here and go up through that way, maybe.
Yeah,
yep.
It's the steepest part of
yep.
the top.
Wow. So they're getting ready to set up the markers, the gates as they call them, for the last round of racing for on the dirt here for this weekend. So Travis should try skimming with a hitman. Yes, that just might happen. We'll see if we can't convince him. And what time are the bouncers? The bouncers will be going right after this. We'll have a real quick intermission, and then the bouncers will be in right after this. And that's the last round of the bouncers. This last track. UTV downhill. Yeah, but this is the rock bouncer they're asking about.
What's first?
I believe the rock bouncers, according to the SRS schedule. Grab me a copy of it. I'm pretty sure. Okay. We'll double check and make sure that is correct. I believe that the bouncers are right after this, and then the UTV bounty follows that. So they're getting set up now for the last dirt course, and it is very, very intense. Some of the steepest courses we have, some of the steepest hills we have here, are what they'll be racing on next, and it's pretty interesting, as you guys will see. And obviously, we always laugh. Videos never do it justice. Yeah, you can videotape the steepest hill in the world, and guys are like, I can make that in my Jeep Wrangler with 35-inch tires. So
we probably can.
Yeah,
downhill.
Yeah, downhill. Yeah, downhill. So we like to always think we can make it, and then you see it in person. It's not a little steeper. So hopefully we'll get some good points here. Definitely looks like a lot of good racing action, judging by how steep these hills are. So it looks like most of the cars are still going. I know a couple of them had went back to the pits to check on stuff or refuel. So what size fuel cells do your guys run? 5 gallon? 10 gallon?
5 gallon.
5 gallon? Or for liters? So 5.
It's about 10, 15 liters.
10 or 15 liters? Okay. That's pretty...
3-4 gallons.
Yeah, that's pretty small. That's pretty small.
That'll go far.
Yeah. That's incredible, especially on the 4-cylinder car. We're probably not using a ton of fuel in a 4-cylinder car, but thinking a big V8 engine might use a lot of fuel. They get thirsty.
Oh yeah. If you're gaining a lot of power, you get a thirsty engine.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll make sure they're all topped off when they hit this last hill. Does look pretty steep. It's got several steep parts, and they're going to be on the sides as well as they're going to be doing up and down course. So it should be pretty awesome action. Make sure you guys tune in. Like I said, this is the last dirt course of the side-by-side for the Formula Off-Road. Following that will be the bouncers, and then after that is the bounty UTV sides. So, and then following that will be skimming later on tonight. So you definitely want to make sure you tune in for that. And last year they did it under the dark with the lights. They had brought in big lights, so that was super cool.
Yeah, we can do that this year. And I think on the schedule is 7:30 or things.
7:30?
Yeah.
Okay.
We start at.
Guess that to be pretty good. I say being that it's getting colder. It should be getting close to dark. I said last year it was getting close to it.
It was it was dark.
Yeah, it was getting close to it anyway. I say by the last guy go, it was pitch dark, but everybody had their lights on. They had big floodlights on, so it was pretty cool to hear the car coming. And you guys don't typically run headlights, but some of the cars had went and bought some smaller headlights, so it was kind of neat to see the lights in the car.
Yeah, the car went. Guys went out. Put headlights on, put fireworks on. Put
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun.
It was as much show as it was racing, so it was a lot of fun for us to watch as well. So
I'm actually quite sure they're going to do that. The same thing now.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the Iceland people enjoy a good time as much as the American people. So
yeah, we
do. So we have that in common, I believe.
Yeah.
So it was a good time last year. So it was a lot of fun. So hopefully it should be a pretty good time this year. Hopefully all the cars stay together so we can get out and race. So like I said, we got 3 or 4 down there already. So then a couple of them ran back, and
it doesn't look good about Hekla. You heard the bang when he was on the top, and the engine stopped immediately.
Yeah, that didn't sound good.
And it's not running now, so I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't.
But hopefully it's going to get
Yeah.
get getting ready for the water or getting ready for track number 5.
Do this one hill
He is starting 1, 2.
to the finals.
Yeah, he's starting as number 9.
Okay.
I hope you're all having a good time.
No, 10th in track
Okay.
next
So
track.
he's not that far back.
So he should be able to fix the car if it is
Yeah.
not nothing serious.
Yeah, hopefully it's just something small, or hopefully it's something very minor that can get fixed quickly, or yes, Outlaw tried last year. He did some skimming. We always try to just keep it close to the edge, and that way if there's any the rock bouncers always try to stay close to the edge when they're skimming, and that way if they do start to sink, it's not very deep. So
It's about 2-3 feet.
about 2 or 3 feet deep. Okay, yeah. Yes, we will be airing the skimming tonight, and there will be points for that, but I don't know if it'll be... Will that be a time attack course tonight for the skimming?
Yes, it's a time course. Then we have the best time gives you 350 points, and then you get minus 10 points for each second.
Okay. So,
No, I'm wrong.
yes, Bragi, the hydroplaning tonight will be the course 6, and that will be the time attack course. So yes, you are correct there. Onboard cameras would be pretty cool. Yes, we're I'm sure as the Southern Rock Racing Series progresses, we might get some in cars for the Formula guys and for the Southern Rock Racing Series. That would be really cool to watch the sky as they shoot through the air. It'd be kind of cool to see that. How are the points for the last track? As the gates they go through each gate, they get so many points. Now the water, how do they do gates? Do you have to go through gates, or is that just a time?
Yeah, we have to get in. We have to be inside the track.
Okay,
But we
inside
only
the
get
track.
minus 10 points for each gate if we touch it.
Okay.
And we got, like I said, we got 350 points for the best time, and then it's 1 point for each hundredth parts of a second.
Okay.
So it can be
A big point.
It can be a big point if you drive fast.
Yeah.
If you really drive fast and the second guy is driving quite slow, you gain a lot of points.
Yeah, so that's what we're wanting to. Hopefully, they can get out there and get some points knocked out. And yeah, like I said, every race we have kind of shakes up the leaderboard, so you never know where you're going to end up. So we'll be kind of excited for that. The Outlaw tried it last year. He did skim. He did pretty good. No, not all the cars are 4 cylinders. Some of the cars are like 4 cylinders with turbos and nitrous. Some of the cars are V8 engines. One of the guys we talked to last night was running an LQ4. The bomb buggy was running an LQ4 engine, very similar to the rock bouncer that I have. It's an LQ4 based engine.
They actually call it a dump truck engine with a China turbo.
So a dump truck engine with a China turbo.
Yeah.
So
that's what they call it themselves.
yeah, that's. But still, and we were laughing about the China turbo. He said we just bought a cheap China-made turbo, put on the car, and he said the benefit of that is if you blow one up, you just buy another one and you're good to go. So he said so the nice part about having an inexpensive turbo is if you do blow one, we just throw it away and start making another one. And
yeah, I mean, you're always happy because you never expect them to last.
Yeah. So some are running the LQ4, so that's pretty cool, which is super awesome because that's the exact engine that I run, an LQ4. So it's so cool to see some of your guys, from halfway around the world running the exact same engine that we run here in the United States. That's super cool. And again, they have a variety of engines. Some are 4-cylinder, some are 6-cylinder, some are V8s. So you see a little bit of variety, kind of like you do on the rock bouncers. I mean, obviously most of us are V8s, but they're the Outlaw 2 buggy was a 4-cylinder buggy, but you do see pretty much all of us are V8s, but you see a big variety of V8s. Most are obviously Chevy, but there was one Ford. There was a Mopar V8 as well. So, and again, you see different engine types too. Some are small blocks, some are big blocks. So, with those guys, they have a variety of engines, much like us. So, on average, how much are they? I guess they're asking how much are they, probably horsepower-wise, but also cost-wise. So what does an average, and again, I know we're kind of converted to US dollars, what does an average buggy cost? And then what is the average horsepower of a buggy?
I think you can build a pretty decent buggy for somewhere between 80 and 100,000.
Okay, so about 80 to 100,000, which is kind of similar to a rock bouncer. If you're buying, really good solid parts, you're going to spend, 80 to 100 grand.
And horsepower, well, I think most of them are around 7, 8, 900.
Okay,
horsepower.
7, 8, 900. Okay.
And then we have some guys who are doing big nitros on it, and some smaller.
Okay. I know there was some guys out there that were running a lot more than 800 horsepower. Thank you. That were running a lot more than 800 horsepower.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's really hard to control more than 1,000 horsepower.
Yeah, I could imagine. We just got some.
We just got the points out of track number 4, and as you can see now, Atli Jamil on Thunderbolt is leading. Or no, they didn't stack it up. Okay. Who got the highest point here? Yeah, it's Atli Jamil. And the second place is Magnus.
Magnus?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Wow! It's only 4 points between them.
Wow.
That's nothing.
That is crazy. There's only 4 points currently between the number 2 and the number 1 buggy. That's incredible.
And then you have 193. Haukur Idar on Hekla. He needs 193 points to get the first place.
Okay. So, but again, a good on the time attack, you can end up with like 400 points, though. Correct?
No, 350.
350. Okay. So.
But next track can be costly because it's if you look at the track, it's easy to make failure in the first section of the track.
Yeah.
And if you make failure there, you only get about 80 or 90 points, and then you have 250 left in the track.
Yeah. So you definitely want to make sure you get all your points there.
Yeah. And that means, let's say if Atli Jamil makes a failure in the first track and Haukur goes all the way up,
yeah,
he can beat him.
Yeah.
So it's wide open.
We have one girl in Norway that drives her own car. That's kind of cool. 2 of them are around 1,500 horsepower. I said Baldier. He said they're around 50 to 100,000, roughly, depending on I'm sure on options. Depending on obviously what motor you put in, and that can vary. You can spend a lot of money on a motor, or you can spend a little money on a motor. I'm sure. So depending on what engine you put in there, I'm sure that has a big difference. Obviously, a rear steer car is going to cost you a lot more than not a rear steer. So I'm sure that rear steer car is there. Street legal class. There's also a street legal class.
Yeah, we have a street legal class, but we have to. Well, we might bring them here next year if they want to come with us.
Okay.
They are pretty fun to watch. They are, street legal car in Iceland is. You can drive a street legal car on 38-inch on
38-inch tires.
Whatever tires you want.
Yeah.
You just have to follow some simple rules, but the street legal class has actually the same type of engine as we have, but they just run on street legal or dot.
Okay.
Marked
Yep.
tires.
Yep. Like a DOT tire. Yep.
But they're not allowed to cut them.
They're not allowed to cut them.
No.
Oh.
So it's a lot of challenge to drive here.
So what's
but at
the
the same time? I think I think we can make a pretty decent tracks for them here. So if they want to come, they are welcome to come.
What is the average tire, like Brandon style? Like a Super Swamper, or?
I have to admit I'm not sure.
Okay. I say you said DOT. Some of the Super Swampers are DOT approved, or like a Nitto tire, or
of course
BF Goodwrench.
The Super Swamper, I know they have used it. Booker.
Yep, a bogger.
Yeah, bogger.
Yep, a bogger, Super Swamper bogger. It's a very aggressive tire.
I see it's a lot of guys there, from that class. Let them tell us what they are using.
Yep.
What are you using, guys?
So some of the street legal guys, if you want to tune in and tell us what kind of tire you're running, we'll give a shout out. So, how much does an average buggy weigh? We were kind of talking 2,000, 2,500. Is that correct?
Yeah, something like that.
So it's about half of what a rock bouncer. We have rock bouncers at like 4,000 to 5,000. So almost exactly half of what a rock bouncer weighs, what they weigh.
Well, we actually go all the way up to 3,000.
Oh, up to 3,000. Okay.
Yeah.
I know some of the the Agnes buggy. He's pretty heavy. The Chubb buggy. He's pretty heavy. They're like 5,300. So almost 5,400 pounds. So 2,000 pounds, 2,500. It's versus you're 5,400 pounds. That's a lot of weight. So I was very impressed at the Hitman how well he's done. He's done really good. I've been really proud of him. He's fighting the good fight for the bouncer class out there. And it's actually steered a lot better than I thought it would be. I was impressed at how it steered. I didn't think he would be able to steer as much as he was, but I think the paddle tires have definitely helped him out, being able to turn and kind of bounce it over. Or
yeah, you have to hit the pedal to drag the car to the left or drag the car to the right.
Yeah, it's definitely impressive to watch him. So I was actually impressed at how much he was able to turn. I figured he would just slide down a lot more. So
you have seen the front axle on the car when they have a double clutch.
Yes. Some of the guys were showing us that last night. They literally took like 2 RCV bells that we use 1 RCV bell to get a high angle turn. They actually take 2 RCV bells and weld them back to back and have a double bell type system, so that way they can turn even farther. They almost turn 90 degrees. It's so incredible. So. Yes. So that's really, really incredible. How much does an everybody weigh? Rock crawler tires, old 40-inch mudders, so like a mudder. What kind of a mudder? Are we talking like a BF Goodwrench, like a mud terrain, or?
The old. I think he's talking about the old mud.
Yeah. The best is the old classic Gumbo Mudder 40-inch tires.
Yeah.
Yep. I used to run them on another Bronco of mine, so I know exactly what you're talking about. They're similar to like a Super Swamper kind of type tread.
There's only one guy using that tire.
There's only one guy using a Super Swamper?
And he lost one of them last year. And he's famous for that in Iceland. But he found it.
Yeah. That's rough when you lose a tire.
Yeah. But, he's also, friend of Bessie. Bessie's always telling, he's a single as well, looking for a wife.
Yeah. Think you're looking for a wife? Yeah.
And a 40-inch tire.
Yeah, on a 40-inch tire, yeah. Not this year, but I think Bikini Bottoms now. From year 1978, yeah, the Gumbo Mudders are a little bit older of a tire, so it's... but, again, long as if they work, they'll use them, so... looks like we're getting kind of our markers lined up, our gates lined up here, so I think we're getting ready to kick off this here in a second. They're getting some of the guys lined up down there. Our flagmen are getting ready. And it looks like Travis Lovett will be the very first guy kicking this off, so hopefully he can get up there and make some fresh dust. And
he made it up there yesterday.
He made it up yesterday?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's a little bit steeper part which they're using now, I think.
Yeah, I think we were a little more to the far right where you guys are going to left. And that obviously changes drastically the farther left you go. So that may be it gets a lot steeper the farther left you go. We tried to, if you watch my run, we tried to hug the right side pretty hard. So it gets a little rough. We kind of hit that and jumped up, but it definitely is. Okay, Travis Lovett and the Hitman buggy's coming out. Ew! Oh, man. Oh, that's rough. That is a hard landing. Those rocks do not give at all, so hope he's okay. I hear the buggy running, so looks like he's backing up, so that is definitely one tough landing.
Yeah, he was trying to go a little bit too far to right.
Yeah. It looks like the buggy's sitting a little bit. I'm not sure if he broke something in the front end or he was able to back up. So
probably just took the tire, I think.
Yeah. Looks like he's got a right front flat tire, so hopefully it's just hopefully he just busted a tire off the bead and they can get it fixed and do some skimming with it tonight. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I think he definitely had a good chance at making that course, so that's really unfortunate that he got a flat tire, but hopefully the buggy's okay and he can come out and do some more playing.
He's just driving back, you know.
So the buggy looks like it's in pretty good shape as he's driving by. So
the next guy out is Kate Everett on the yellow Sledgehammer.
the Sledgehammer.
Yeah.
Yep, Sledgehammer's up next. Again, this is the last dirt race, so hopefully these guys, it's their last opportunity to come out and really try to get some points. I think the Hitman made it through at least one gate, so he'll get some points for that.
Yeah, I guess he will. My guess is about 80 points, 80, 90 points, 90, because he's getting out of the tracks as well.
So,
he got 90 and no penalties.
19, no penalties, okay. Sledgehammer buggy. The Sledgehammer buggy up, and hopefully he can get through some of the gates. Looks like he's doing okay. Oh, yeah. That is incredible. That is awesome.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah, that's an incredible run. Way to get up there and get out the top. Hopefully he didn't hit too many gates and he ended up able to keep most of those points.
Then it's Rodeo next.
Rodeo, okay. Only 20 penalty points for Sledgehammer, so he ended up with a 350 score minus 20. So you're at 330 points total for that run. Again, this is the last dirt course, so these guys are trying to squeak at every point they can. So
he was in 5th place and he only needed 238 for the first.
Ooh.
And like I said, you can easily make failure like Travis did in the first.
Yeah. So the leaderboard could drastically change.
Yeah, this can.
So it looks like the course is almost ready.
That was beautiful drive.
Oh, man. Out the top with a wheelie. So 350 points, but I think we did clip a red gate there. So I think we might get a little deduction. 10, 20, somewhere in there.
20 probably. 20
probably?
Yeah.
So it looked like it clipped a red gate, so we'll see what our final judges say. They have a little bit better vantage point up there than we do, so. Oh, 20, yeah. 20, so that's good. So he's obviously very happy with that, only 20 points deduction, so.
And he was in 4th place and only needed 215 to get you up to the first one.
Yeah.
So after Jamil and Maki and Haukur, they has to go all the way.
Now the weight's on their shoulders. They definitely got to go out there and give it all they got. So the reborn buggy's up. So that's pretty good. So hopefully we'll get some good times out of this race. So so hopefully we can get some good points. And then again, he said Icelandic Formula Offroad.com. You can go and check out all the live points
Yeah,
exactly. Minus or plus any penalties. So
then you can follow the race all the way. What's happening.
See if there's any point deductions I need to make. Or
I've been sitting home watching through the television. On the live feed with the points on the screen as well.
Yeah.
And with the picture of the tracks as well, which you can find there as well.
That's awesome.
And it's pretty amazing. The only thing I needed there was a friend. I was sitting alone with my coffee.
Yeah.
And I didn't even drink my coffee.
I said you could have like a dual screen monitor watching the points and the racing live. Looks like we clipped a couple gates there, so hopefully we can get. You got 350 for going off the top, so
it's 350 for the top, and probably going to be 40 in penalties.
40 in penalties.
Might be 20.
I know he was kind of close to that one, but again with the dirt and the dust, sometimes you can't see real well from down here. So. From touching the stick a little bit. 40? Okay, 40. So 40 penalty points. It looks like. What are your gates made of? They look pretty flexible. Like some kind of plastic, or?
It's a plastic. This I think it's made for protecting cables in the ground.
Okay. Yeah. They look pretty flexible. So they probably last a little longer that way.
In the beginning, we used to use tires.
Tires?
Yeah, old tires.
Yeah.
And that was quite heavy to put in.
Oh, I bet. That sometimes probably didn't stay very well either.
And I'm not sure the guys would survive doing that here in this heat.
Yeah.
See, they are measuring now.
I do.
Yeah. And the rule says it has to be at least 4 meters between the gate markers.
Okay. So what we were watching there was the course guys were actually measuring out 4 meters because the rules say the gates have to be at least 4 meters apart. Or is that a maximum of 4 meters?
It's a minimum.
A minimum, okay. So the gates have to be a minimum of 4 meters wide. So they were measuring to make sure the gates are at least 4 meters between the gates. It doesn't look like the bottom one's 4 meters, but I think that one's pretty easy.
The bottom one is probably 4 meters. The other one on the top is probably, you see this, I would guess it's about 5 or 6 meters.
5 or 6 meters, okay.
The spade is more than 1 meter.
Okay. Oh, the spade is more than 1 meter, okay.
Yeah. But it's easy to use, but just 4 spades.
Oh, yeah. That works out. Plus, it gives them a little bit bigger window to hit there.
Because it's also important. It's always the same size of the gate.
Yeah, it's you definitely wouldn't want to have it harder for one guy and easier for another guy.
Oh no, then they complain.
Yeah.
I guess it's the same with you. The track changes. But you get harder.
Definitely, some of the guys like to voice their opinion strongly versus other guys. I got a green light here on the Thunderbolt buggy coming up.
He has to go up. No penalty yet.
Oh. Whoa! Yeah, well, that was exciting. He got to the top and caught and spun him around. So I'm not.
That is probably just 300 points.
So there may be 300 possible. Obviously, he made it out through the entire vehicle, went through the top gate, but we're not sure how many penalty points he'll get for that. We'll have to check the judges here. But definitely a good run. Definitely was able to get out the top. So, and the nice part was unable to flip. So,
at least in the track, he took 1 on 20 as a penalty. The second last.
okay. So it looks like the Team Dream is getting fired up. Sound like they were testing out their nitrous just then. They have a giant NX sticker on the side, so I'm guessing they're spraying that quite a bit.
He is spraying a lot.
Yeah. The solenoid sounded like it was firing pretty well when he was bleeding it off, so.
I think he has about total of 500 or
Wow.
more.
Wow. That's incredible. Obviously, you need it for this kind of action, but.
Yeah, the car is somewhere between 3,000 and 3,500 pounds.
Wow.
It's a heavy one.
That's a heavy car.
It's a big block.
Yeah.
It's a heavy axles and everything is.
Obviously, the rear steer.
Everything is big in this car.
Yeah, the rear steer obviously weighs quite a bit as well. So we'll see how he does. Hopefully, he'll do well today. That motor sings. Woo! And out the top he goes. So, looks like we got out the top. So it'll be 350 minus 20 points?
20 points, I think.
20 points. So hopefully we'll see how he does. Obviously, it looked like he got the buggy fixed. Whatever his issue was, they got it put back together, and looks like he broke a So, Team Dream to get Thor is up now in the KFC car. We'll see how he does.
He needs, well, he's way back today. He needs.
So he needs all the points he can get. So
yeah.
Hopefully he can get out there and get a lot of points and bump him up. Woo! Wow. Wow. Looks like they may have some kind of nitrous explosion. So, man.
Like to have drama in the hills?
Yeah, I would say so. Wow. That is definitely not a good sign. Yeah. That's super unfortunate. Looks like they got the fire out. Some type of explosion. I'm going to guess some kind of nitrous backfire.
Oh yeah.
We're so glad that he's okay and safe. Yeah, it looks like maybe, hopefully, it's just the plastic intake, maybe that blown off, and hopefully they can get
Yeah,
that.
they have a new one, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
If the manifold blows up, I know for sure they got a new one on Friday.
Okay. Hopefully
they didn't put it on.
Yeah. We've had several in the Southern Arc Racing. Several times this year, we've had guys the exact same scenario with the LS plastic intake. They had injectors in it or in a manifold, and it backfired, exploded. We had one here with the Agnes buggy earlier this year, and then John Campbell had the same thing. Both of them were running bigger nitrous shots and had a backfire, and it was very similar. A lot of flames. So luckily, we were able to get it put out pretty quickly, and they were able to get it fixed. So hopefully, hopefully the KFC buggy can get it fixed and still be able to skim tonight. And they were able to get a lot of points too. So again, hopefully they can get it fixed. So
they will get it fixed.
That was a pretty incredible run. So, yeah, it's pretty crazy. So, it's glad he's back together. So obviously we'll try to get him clear off the track, and then get him cleared off the track, and then we can finish the rest of the racing for the Dirt Series. We do have a couple cars down here that are still left. Obviously, we're glad he's okay, and hopefully he can get the car fixed and get back and do some more racing. Looks like the bomb is headed down to the starting line. I think the bomb will be up next. A couple teams are refueling, so hopefully they can get him off and get him taken care of. Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, bro. We're gonna get in the cooler. Yeah, you want it on ice?
So, obviously, we hope he can get back together for tonight. So,
it's also important for Haukur. They now need time to take the car out of the track, which means Haukur can maybe fix Hekla and get back in race.
And where was he sitting on points?
He was way back.
Okay, so
he was in 8th place and needed 466.
Okay.
So, but he's we have a total point, over the weekend, so he need to count them in.
Yeah.
I don't have the points from yesterday, but that would be interesting to see how that will.
Hopefully he can get it fixed, and we'll try to see how many points that he does have, and go from there, and see if we can't figure out what points he needs to do, or see where he ended up in points. So.
You can see up there they have secured the car and they are now trying to tow it up.
So hopefully we can get again. Hopefully they can get him back together, and we can do some more racing.
That chicken went boom.
Are we off? Okay.
Hear the chicken go boom. Chicken
Yeah.
go boom.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Hey, you killed me with that Zach being a chicken inside. Oh my gosh, I almost died. I had to have the microphone on or the headphone on for that split second. You're like, yeah, it's pretty cool that Zach got to be the right. Yeah, it was the KFC car and Zach was the chicken inside. I'm saving that clip, posting it separate.
He came up later. I was like, yeah, so where do you get the big chicken? He's like, great. My life is at all-time low. Matt Holt's calling me a big chicken. I was like, oh.
You didn't call him that, he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the KFC car and Zach was the chicken inside. Oh my god, that was perfect.
Nej, jag ska se bara du vet inte vad det var att ha. Du vet inte vad det var att ha.
Hey,
Jag
Phil,
ska bara du vet inte vad det var att ha.
Huh?
that one went pop.
Yeah, went boom. Fireworks. I think I got a guy over here that broke his back.
Vad man get up to this bro.
Yeah.
I'll see Haukur.
This is his first time seeing it.
Liking it?
Yeah, it's awesome. That was probably about the coolest shit on fire.
So it looks like they've got him up at the top of the hill, and we're trying to get him out of the way. Yeah, a bouncer pulled him out of the way.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's super cool.
One big happy family.
Yeah. We're all racers. It's all good. So they had a rock bouncer at the top of the hill that pulled him out of the way, so that's good.
I mean, these guys make me crazy, but they're all so soft on the inside.
Yeah. They're also big chickens, right?
Yeah.
So.
Not as big as Zach.
Yeah. So.
I need to take back on Zach. You know, he was pulling me all the way. You know,
Yeah.
around for 1,000 miles.
Wow. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Oh, he's a really good guy.
We can pick on him though because he's a good guy.
I love him too.
So obviously we can pick on him because he's a good guy. So we got 4 buggies left.
Look like Haukur is back. Heckler is back.
Oh, really? He's back.
Yeah.
We're good. We are good. So obviously we're about to kick it off. Looks like they're trying to get everything set, make sure the markers are up. All of our media people are getting back and getting in their spots. So, trying to get everything fixed there. So looks like the bomb is down there in the lineup. So we'll see if we can get him ready to go. See if we can't get him lined up.
Get a good view of the top of the slab or whatever. Are you talking to camera 2 flight? I'm sorry, I didn't copy. Yeah, when we get ready to run our next track, I'm gonna get you to be where you can see the wall really good. Ciao, ciao. Copy that. Fire back over, so try to get your camera back on. I said my cell phone service is horrible.
So, yeah. So,
There she is.
so we're about to kick off here. It looks like our track is almost hot, so.
Picking up some pieces off the car buggy.
Says I got 10 minutes left on my battery. Copy that. We should make it. We should make it.
Yeah, blows them a lot. Here we go. All right. This is the bomb. Obviously drives very...
Just great. That was a beautiful run.
Oh, man. That's frustrating.
Probably on 90 points, minus 40 because he was back.
Yeah, it's... Obviously, you want to do a lot better than that, and great buggy with lots of power, so we're... I'm sure he's pretty frustrated, so... So... Yeah, they had some issues on the last track with him, so he's trying to figure out we'll get the truck set up, figure out what's going on with him.
Not a lot of sticks to fix.
He's definitely doing well. Oh, man. That isn't... you can hear the motor sing. That's unfortunate. 80 points with no penalty, so obviously we hope to get more out of that, but you know, it looks like that's all the points he can get for right now. So,
You know, he was in third place, so that was expensive.
oh, that hurts. Looks like the contractor buggy's up next. I think Bessie's either trying to get cell phone service or he's taking a selfie. I'm not sure which there.
Well, probably both.
I'm not sure. I'm getting like 50-50 shot there.
Should we ask him?
Yeah, 50-50. There's 50% is...
I think the contractor has a possibility of getting into third place. He was leading in the beginning.
Really? We'll see how the points shake out for them. Looks like he's ready. They're checking to make sure the course is hot. Again, these are not timed events, so they can take as much time as they need to line up. So... Oh, man. It's like hopefully he can back up just a hair and hit it.
That gotta be irritating.
Yeah. Hopefully he can get it and... out the top. So he's going to end up with the 350 points for going out the top, but I'm not sure how many penalty points we'll end up with. Looks like we did take a couple gates there.
I think he took 20, 40, and then 40 for backing, and then probably because you only get 50% penalty in the end. So I guess it's 20 there. Well, it might be 100 points.
It might be end up with 100 overall.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, 100 in minus. Then
okay, 100 in minus. So 350 for going through it, 100 minus.
Yeah, 250 out of the track.
So, which hopefully will help him push him up, keep him in that podium, keep him on the podium there.
He had to go very fast over the water to get there.
Yeah.
Only 80-point penalty. Okay.
Wow, that's good. Yeah. Here we go, the cue. Come on. Oh! He is crazy right now. He had to back up a little bit there, so hopefully he can do okay. Out the top. All right, so 350 points total, minus any penalty points. It looks like one backup and maybe one gate.
I think 60 there.
60 there, okay. So we'll see what he ends up with overall.
So could end up with 60, minus, yeah, he could end up with minus 100 as well.
So we're not sure how many... Okay, 120 penalty points, and 350 for going out the top, so...
230.
230, yeah, not a bad run. So,
and he was the last guy.
That was our last guy, so...
we will start with the water, half past 7.
Yeah, Booby, thanks for tuning in with me. I'm Matt Holt, so thanks for being my co-star, and tune in back. What time is skimming tonight?
7:30.
7:30. Make sure you tune in tonight for 7:30, and you'll see some skimming. I believe rock bouncing is coming up right after this, and then the side-by-side Cup Series points are right after that. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Thanks.